Good evening, traders. Welcome to the next summary of the day video. And yeah, let's start without any monologues and too long beginnings. This is my main view on the high time frame on the daily. On Monday I had here drawn the daily demand with indecision candle and the leg out. They just calibrated this because on the 4-hour time frame I found also here nice accumulation with strong push to the up, break the last supply. Here's also another reaction on this demand zone. So I found this picture correct. And as here is the double shield, of course still chances, but this is the high time frame. The price want to grab this liquidity between those two zones, so I will not surprised to see some deeper invader, but we are scalpers. We are looking for short-term trades. So as price was on the demand, my focus was to find the buy position as a safe one. And the next zone I drew was on the M30. It was this supply when price was below the institutional level. He could be also another one drawn above because he was the brace of structure. I just was focused on the lower one because already price reacted here yesterday, and I found this more accurate for current price action. So I have supply and the bigger demand zone. Even here there were equal lows, so more than likely I wanted to see the move which broke it, as it happened today, to see some really safe buys. So in my opinion my criteria were met, but I defended my trade to just the 1 to the 2 and could be 1 to the 5, over 1 to the 5. I want to show you and maybe title this summary as how I am defining my levels to look for an entry. I use the footprint chart to find two things, mainly the imbalance, especially if this imbalance is on the middle of the candle, or some big orders, but maybe 5% of setups. Let's see how the day began. Something interesting happened on the Asian session, very early morning in my time zone. The strong push to the upside with a lot of imbalances. I don't like to see so many because mostly there are fakey candles. So as a manipulation move to invite the buyers, but price want to truly go deeper. This is happening a lot of time, so I'm trying not to touch those candles. And when here is the break of structure, the move to the down, which is breaking the previous higher low, higher low. This break made the imbalance. You can see that 10 buy contracts to the 0, 10 sell contracts to the 0 buy, and it's exactly in the middle of candle. Two clusters above, two below, perfect setup. And it was here when this low was broken. Damn, I need to work more on my English. And even without footprint we can see that after the break there was no feeling the imbalance, right? From the week to the week we have here imbalance like this one. From this week to this is the imbalance pool on the level from footprint. So more than likely price could go here to fill this. So this is what I'm looking for on the footprint. So I have two screens. The one here which we see is the M1 time frame, and the second screen I have only the footprint on M5 to mark my levels of interest. And maybe my criteria of looking for a trade are too strong, too iron rules, and this is the reason why I'm missing a lot of setups which already are you taking. I'm happy that you are earning money or joining the market without fear, even if you are losing sometimes. But my criteria are strong, and that's why I have almost no losses, between 1 to 4 in whole month. I don't remember honestly when I had more than 4 or 5 losses during whole month. Usually I'm doing between 20 to 25 trades, and this is making the accuracy very high, and this is making my fear on the 0 level, because I'm looking always on the same thing. I'm looking for a liquidity, and if just one criteria is not met, I am not taking the trade, even if I see good price action, decreasing volume, the imbalance. But if there's no liquidity move, I'm not touching, because I'm the liquidity guy. I want to be fueled, and I want to catch the momentum. So I want to show you the trade I missed. Good setup, very nice one. Here, this move is a compression. Here we have equal lows, what is making the support level. So the support level was above the good big demand zone. So the possibility was nice to catch the wave back down. And I found here the equal highs as a resistance. The compression went to this resistance, to this equal highs, and didn't grab liquidity. So what I was waiting for was the push to the up to kick the sellers which joined here because of double top pattern. So I was expected the move up to kick them out and to manipulate them, to make a panic in their decisions, that they probably would wait for retest to take a buy to cover the loss, and then the next move could be stronger down to kick them second time. So this is the liquidity grab. So for me, this could be the complete compression setup. This didn't happen, but on footprint chart, the break of structure had really imbalance. It was just 20 minutes after London opening time, so I would also mark these levels as here. Yes, this is the candle which broke the bullish structure, the compression, and made the imbalance. Not on top, because I'm not looking for zeros on top or closure of the candles. I'm looking on the between clusters. So here those two levels are the imbalance. Price came here, nicely filled this imbalance and fell down to the 4-hour demand zone. It was here. I would measure this one candle responsible of this break. Even beautiful big move to the down, to the demand, up, filled the imbalance. Great, yes, setup was great. The trade played really nice, but my criteria are strong. So there are a lot of setups to take using the footprint and imbalances, but my criteria are very, very, very strong, and this is making my win rate very high. So I'm waiting with a lot of patience. I can agree that sometimes I'm tired when I'm looking at the charts 4 hours. So this is usually my maximum, just to trade it to the New York session, not longer. I prefer to find the setup just after London opening time, because there are a lot of players, a lot of liquidity on the market. Today it didn't happen nice, but my focus was mainly the buyers, right? So I'm not sure if I would retake this. Maybe my greed would join me to attack the demand zone, especially of this beautiful. You can see how, guys, this is the very nice liquidity game. Here was the support, the previous equal lows were taken up, retest, and here was my missing piece, missing puzzle. Okay, but let's go further. When we see the drop to the demand zone, the bigger one, and prices doing ranges, it means that they are looking for liquidity. They are inviting a lot of players to manipulate them. So that's why we see very long time, taking long time, I call this accumulation, to invite as many players as possible. So here I found the lowest equal lows as a support inside the demand zone, and then boom, push, break of structure. Right here could be drawn like this one, and I would measure this one candle in the middle of this wave, because it broke something what looks like the last push to the down. Yes, this is the very small shiny supply. This move invited the sellers as a break of structure. Yes, break of this support. Even here we have rejection candle, and it was broken by this wave. So I was waiting here for the entry, yes, to join the sorry, I'm pig, to join the buyers. So let's see on the footprint what I found. And what time was that? It was 12:30. So let's move the footprint chart. It was here. Nice. These are the equal lows, the support inside the demand, liquidity push, and break of structure, the bullish candle. It made a imbalance. I hope that you can see this. 12 buy contracts to the just 2. It would be better to see here 0, but this is also imbalance. Strong buy orders, almost nothing in here, and then once again strong buy orders. Here I call this as a hourglass. Yes, big on top, big on the downside, on bottom, and the break of structure made the imbalance. So I would draw here also the line, and I did this. But price, sorry for the sound, just didn't see this imbalance. It was invisible level, so setup not ready. So once again, price is sitting, push to the down. So I would call this very small compression, and then once again attack to this supply. Price made a demand. So once again break of structure, and it also showed me it was here. On clusters don't look like so, but here was the break of structure. All those steps were broken, and here we see imbalance exactly in the middle of the candle, 4 to the 0. I drew this level, and price almost lost volume here. For me it was, oh yes, this time. So I'm looking for a decreasing volume on my 50. If price is going too fast there, like here, or even didn't stop. So I'm not setting any limit orders. I'm not playing like this, because setting the pending or limit orders, whatever you want to call this, this is trying to predict the market. I'm reacting on time, and when I found a decreasing volume, I was aiming for a nice wave to the previous bigger supply. So I draw the zone like the last push for a sell, where this previous imbalance on the seller side were filled. So here was my zone, and I was aiming for probably 16 or 17 pips. It was here, yeah, 16.5. And about managing, when I'm buying, I am moving my stop loss below the small M1 demand on the way. So when price made this shot to the up, also here was imbalance on footprint. You could take here late entry. When I entered here, here's another imbalance. So here, boom, drawn line, yes, like this, and waiting for the volume. If it's decreasing, join the market. Here volume was none, yes, decreased. Here could be another entry. So this is the example that not always price is reacting on the 50%, right? This is the only average. So that's why I have two screens to see the footprint on M5, to draw my lines, and when price is going to this cluster, I am comparing this to price action on M1. Decreasing volume means something. Why? The reason why price is calming down, because it was feeling the imbalance. So here could be another entry, but just for 12 pips. I have fixed it, stop loss as a 3 pips. So here could be the 1 to the 4 position. So at first I move my stop loss here. Secondly, to another demand, below another demand. So when I'm moving my stop loss, it's because I can accept the pullback to this area, because maybe here the move was so sharp that some orders are waiting here to be filled. I was happy after this week, because I was I feel more confidence that I'm in a good position, that I'm managing it correctly, and then was boom. I was kicked out in profits with 1 to the 2, and as always I was looking for a reason. Why the hell price missed my supply zone and so sharply, and went down so sharply? I mentioned this on the Monday's summary of the day, and I didn't use this tool today, very bad, because I could catch 1 to the 5 by using the OHLC tool, switching to the futures chart candles. Look guys, the futures market guys, the big banks went to this supply, they were here, and they filled their sell order. That's why the push was so intensive. They went once again back to the zone, and nice rejections those weeks later. Perfect. I see only this, what my broker gave me. So I was disappointed, my mistake. I wasn't greedy. Here's the next supply. Yes, 2 zones close to each other. Price could go here as well. So the potential was really high, as a 20 pips, 23 pips, because of liquidity here between zones. But they were already here, they were satisfied, these big guys, and they went back. So I was disappointed I didn't use this tool, because I could get here nice 1 to the 5. So this is what I'm looking. The imbalance levels, or sometimes the big clusters on footprint, to watch the price action on M1. The imbalance is the key, and if price action is doing the equal lows with liquidity grabs or compression with last pushes, then the decreasing volume on imbalance is very, very safe entry. Oh, let's hear, I'm just curious. Yeah, they were on the supply. Crazy, yes, and the ping pong from the zone. The zone was attacked so many times. After big push on the 1 hour time frame, he was made the fresh demand. The push was so intensive, so when price is attacking so strongly the zone, I hope that I mentioned this on the course, when price is sitting below some zone, attacking it by the wicks, it is high chances to break the zone. But my broker also gave me data that here was no attack. It was rejections from nowhere. Not from nowhere. The big guys were attacking the supply as they could, to break the algorithm and to push the price. Look guys, perfectly to the drone before imbalance pull from Asian session. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. How to join the market here? Here were also possibilities. more aggressive, not with my conditions. When price is doing the fresh demand on the higher time frame, is attacking the supply. Let's see the footprint chart. It is here. Yeah, price is doing the break of structure very deep on the main demand, and boom, break of structure. I want to delete just the old lines. We don't need this. Oh, maybe the higher one. So you can see, I don't trust candles which are breaking the structure with so many imbalances. So I would mark this one as my favorite one with 0 contracts on the one side. Then second, here with 38 buys to the just 2 sells, and also this here as a break of structure beginning the move, big imbalance. But I don't trust candles like this. Yes, these can be easy broken. So let's make a mess on the chart. So these are imbalance levels. Even maybe here, right? The trapped sellers, the last trapped sellers on the market when the demand was made. With here. So strong imbalances in one candle. This candle looks like the like a cheese, yes, with a lot of holes. So this is my picture to not trust the candle. I want to see the imbalance in the middle. And then later, another break of those highs, and price was delivered higher. So also I am drawing imbalances here, perfect, to the 0. Also big orders. I'm not using it so often, but also sometimes. Not so bad, not so as a cheese with holes. And more aggressive traders could really join the market here because there was a joining really the big guys. The risk was also that price could go a bit deeper, the 2 clusters deeper to the middle of the candle. But it went perfectly to this imbalance from the Asian session. Incredible, right? I love this. It was good distance. Bit messy, right? A lot of deeper invaders. But let's see, it was very big push as a 28 pips. Right, who could know, right? I am waiting always for liquidity grabs. Maybe here could be entry, but I would be scared. Is here any imbalance? Big orders. The candle calmed down. I don't see here imbalance. Nothing clean to join the market after this rejection. Here is beautiful, right? Equal lows above the big order cluster and the imbalance. But the push was very intensive, very high volume was here, and not my criteria. But you could join the market here. This is just the example that not only the 50% level, this is, as I said, average. Look guys, here was the imbalance, yeah, the gap. So I treat imbalances as a gap. Price rejected from here when it was the big fight. We had big sells and the buys which won. So that's why we see the wicks here. But the imbalance was missed, as we see here, right? Here is the gap on the market on the M1. So I wouldn't really honestly know how to join the market. Then were news. Look at the footprint. Feeling all those imbalances. This is the level with the zeros. That's why I prefer to see the 0 on one side on the footprint as the most trust clusters. Most trusted, but it wasn't on the 50% of anything. I just love to mark the 50. So let's delete the others to see it cleaner. Yeah, I'm leaving only the with 0. Also here, yes. I prefer zeros. It was missed. The gap was not filled. isn't this perfection? Someone who is using penny orders could be very happy to join the market exactly on the red folder news for dollar, for United States, and beautiful move, intensive, but I think that the spread was extremely high there. What I also checked later, here were the equal highs were taken, price rejected from nowhere. This is my M30 supply below the institutional level, broke this highs once again. So this move is one big liquidity grab as a manipulation, a lot of weeks. Then what's going on here? Yes, so here, how to join here? It was no touch of this previous lows. Not for us. Price reached the supply, rejected from this previous highs, but not by my broker. What the hell was going on today? Really, they didn't want to give a sign that that price is on the important zone. I checked this supply, yes. I checked if my wicks are correctly are matching with this base. Rejection from nowhere for a second time today, right? And they clicked here, the banks. They rejected from the broken level. So for me, very messy day, very dangerous. But as I said, oh, now I see the price action. Look guys, it is the cheesy candle, right? With a lot of imbalances. It was crushed. It was totally crushed. As here also, the M5 candle, a lot of imbalances, so don't trust those candles so much. Here, the zero candle, also here is the zero. Nice, yes, price reacted here, but there were two levels of interest. But just the first one here, already drawn, marked, is on the wick, and here we have exactly the 50% of the candle. So what I'm doing, I'm always making a line on the candle with imbalance, yes, to watch the reaction on the M1. Decreasing volume, small range as here. This is the perfect textbook setup. I just was manipulated. I got wrong data. My broker didn't want to show me that price is on this level, yes, on the last push to the up to the sell to get a better price, to fill this imbalance here. So it was the here last demand which were broken. So I wanted to aim in here, because maybe if not only supply, but here using the smart money concept, here could be the potentially last buyers, last trapped buyers on the market before the drop. Not today, right? So I was just happy that I correctly managed this position. So not so many guys setups, but if you are an aggressive trader, if you want to catch as many as possible trades, or really just 1, 2 or 3, but with only usage of the rejections on the imbalance candles, as even here, right? Here was the imbalance when price broke the structure, nicely filling of this 1 to the 0, and price came back to take the previous low. But it was on the demand zone. For me, when price is on demand, I am looking only for a buys. Even if on higher time frame, the market looks like very, very, very bearish. But I found here equal lows and big demand on daily and on 4 hour. So no one can say that price can fall forever, the endless selling. No, I found the demand. So I just like to explain every my trade, also for me, not only for you. And in my opinion, I'm trading with logic. So just a day. So try to use the footprint. Our group is bigger and bigger now. A lot of guys probably finish already the intermediate course. Try to mark the imbalance, but don't look on the sell imbalance when price is on the demand. Don't try to expect that price want to re-break the main demand. It's not so easy to break the 1 hour or 4 hour time frame demand zone. So if on demand, look only on the imbalances on bullish candles. If on supply, look only for imbalances from the bearish candles. Don't focus on the imbalance when it's some push to the up inside supply. It can be the trap. Yeah, that's it. Half hour video. A long one. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you for watching.